Welcome back to Hannah's Making the Holidays Magical. Today is day 2 of my dream Christmas tree collar coming to life. If you're new here, I am determined to have a colorful Christmas this year, and this is the Christmas tree collar that I almost bought until I saw that it was $159, and I said, I've got to try to make this myself. So I called on my internet friends for help, and someone said to cut down cement tubes, and straight to Lowe's I went. I grabbed this 8-inch concrete form tube. These were about $15 each, but I would grab a second one because they're easy to mess up. We found that it was easiest to cut the giant tube down to a bunch of 11-inch tubes. I loved that I could customize this to be as tall or as short of a collar as I wanted. Once all of these were cut down, it's definitely going to be imperfect, but that's okay. We'll make up for it. I found that just attaching each of these with one zip tie in the middle was my best bet because then it was still flexible enough to bend around the tree. Just the fact that I was able to pull off the general shape I wanted was really exciting, but I knew that in order to get the look that I wanted, I was going to have to upholster this. I did entertain the thought of wallpapering these shapes, but I figured that it would show too many of the imperfections. I had a ton of leftover batting from the last 2 projects that I did, so I added that to the cardboard first. I got an upholstery staple gun just for this project. It was only $10 or $15, but it's basically a lot less heavy duty than my other staple gun. For the batting, I used fabric glue. I really like Fabri-Tac from Hobby Lobby, but for the striped fabric, I wanted to use staples. This part was definitely the hardest because there was no more layers to cover up whatever mistakes I made. I cut my fabric into 15-inch strips. That way I had a little bit of excess to go over the top and over the bottom. You can kind of see here that half of this process was just tugging and pulling and playing with the placement of the fabric. I couldn't find any tutorials on how to do something even remotely similar to this, so I was totally winging it. After about 1,000 staples and a lot of fabric glue, I am in love with how this turned out. I cannot get over how whimsical and cozy it looks. I love that there's subtle color in the mustard pinstripes. This weekend, we are decking out this Christmas tree with colorful bows and ribbons and ornaments, and lots more DIYs to come.